So the model I want to talk about here is single and double loop learning. This is a model that was developed by consultants Chris Argyris and Donald Shon in the 1970s in the context of factories and heating, but it's since been co-opted into the personal development sphere, and that's the context in which I want to talk about this. We begin with a sense of what it is we're aiming to do, and from that aim or intention, we take an action which produces a result. Now, if that's the result we want, fine, we're done. However, of course, sometimes the result we get is not the thing that we want. And then we might take a different action, trying for a different result. And this is called single loop learning. For simple problems or challenges, that's often sufficient. I've got this pencil, it doesn't work, I put it down, I get a different one, or I sharpen it, and now it works fine. But for more complex problems, it doesn't work very well. We need something more. And that something more is that we need to consider what's underneath. We need to think about why do we do what we do? What assumptions and beliefs, often defensive ones, underpin our behavior? When we consider these, that is called double loop learning. Sometimes we then revisit what it is we're aiming to do, and most certainly we will revise the action we take. Most importantly, this will lead to the result we want, a transformational change as a consequence of double loop learning. So now let me give you an example. Let's say I want to lose 10 pounds. That's what I'm aiming to do. So I take an action, I go to Slimming World, and it works for a little while, but actually it doesn't really get me where I want to go because I lose a bit of weight, I gain a bit of weight, I lose my motivation, it doesn't really work. Then somebody tells me, actually, you know what, Weight Watchers is better. So I go to Weight Watchers, and in fact that works. Again, like Slimming World, it works for a little while, and then it doesn't work anymore, I don't keep the weight off, it's a bit of a problem. So what do? I have to think again. So I think, well, somebody tells me about the 5-2 diet, or somebody tells me about working out, or somebody tells me, oh, if you walk 5 million steps this year, you'll lose the weight that you want to lose. And that's a question of just revisiting the action I take, trying again and again and again to get a different result without actually considering what's underneath it. So if I start to think about what's underneath this weight gain that I have, maybe I think to myself, well, actually, if I'm really honest and I do some self-reflection and I think about why I might not be able to lose the weight I want to lose, I realize that actually it's defensive. I feel if I lose that extra 10 pounds, that will make me a target for unwanted sexual attentions, perhaps. Once I know that, I can think again about what I'm aiming to do, thinking about, do I still want to lose the 10 pounds? Can I manage my fear about unwanted sexual attention in a different way? I may then take whatever action I want, Slimming World, Weight Watchers, 5-2 diet, doesn't matter, and I will get the result that I'm looking for.